بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أهلا وسهلا بكم. حبيت أكون معاكم النهاردة بعد غياب سنة مع جوائز الأميز. زي ما أنتم عارفين أنا عضو مجلس إدارة في جوائز الأمي العالمية، ولي شرف أن أكون جزء من هذا الصرح الكبير لسنوات وسنوات. العام الماضي حبيت أني أتكلم مع واحد من أقرب الأشخاص لقلبي في جوائز الأمي، ناثانيال، عشرة عمر زي ما بيقولوا، عن الجوائز وكيفية الاشتراك فيها والتساؤلات اللي وردتني عن التواجد في جوائز الأميز ومشاركة المنتجين والمخرجين والممثلين إلى آخره في هذه الجوائز. والحمد لله حصل تفاعل كبير واشتراكات كثيرة، بس حبينا ان احنا نتكلم هذا العام ايضا لانه خلاص الديدلاين للاشتراك قرب. فالنهارده يسعدني انه يكون معايا ناثانيال مرة ثانية ومعايا إيفا ايضا من جوائز الأميز لنتحدث عن كيفية الاشتراك، ما هي الشروط والأحكام، شوية ذكريات عما حدث في العام الماضي والأعوام السابقة من التحكيم إلى آخره. وإذا في أي أسئلة رجاء ارسلوها على التعليقات ونحاول نجاوب عليها في أسرع وقت ممكن بإذن الله تعالى. So hello Nathaniel, hello Eva.
Hello.
I was just saying in my introduction that last year we had a discussion, Nathaniel and I, regarding how to participate in the competition and how to be part of this amazing awards, the Emmys, which everyone would love to be part of and hold the precious, iconic award in his hands. And we had many participations last year from our part of the world, and we just wanted to reiterate how to enter the competition this year and the different basic categories that they can join. If we can start, please.
No, absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having us and giving us this opportunity. It was great to already have this opportunity last year, and as so some of your followers might know, I mean, there were two nominations coming from the Arab world. So we had the best performance by an actress nomination from Egypt, Mina Shaabi, and we had a short film series that was nominated from Lebanon, Beirut 607. It's a beautiful program and a beautiful performance. So we're very, very happy to recognize their talent. And as you were saying, we very much hope that more programs come from the region, because we really want to see them. We want to be able to recognize them. The jurors around the world are eager to watch more programs coming from this part of the world. So. Yes. And in terms of categories, we have 17 categories total, 16 categories for international programming and one for US programming. And it really covers all the genres that you can find on television, from documentaries, and that, we have an arts programming category, we have a sports documentary category, news, current affairs, obviously the performances, actor and actress, but also, of course, across fiction, from drama series, comedy, TV movie miniseries. We have telenovela, which is a very specific genre that covers many episodes, like usually from 30 to 200 episodes. It's a daily drama. And we have non-scripted entertainment also that covers, from talk shows to variety to game shows, docu-reality. So we really, really cover every type of programs you can find around, across television. And we really, really hope that we're going to see many of these programs from all of these categories into the competition this year.
Inshallah, inshallah. We have, and I tell you, we produce all the genres that you're talking about. And we have some amazing quality. You know what makes me feel passionate about having this kind of conversation with you and Eva and all our colleagues at the Emmys is that when I see our productions and I see the level of productions that has been on our screens for the past few years, I mean, the benchmark has gone quite high, and it's a shame that we don't see this in big events like the Emmys and be recognized as the Emmys for us is equivalent of excellence. So once you're recognized with the Emmys, then this is you're getting a branded acceptance of your excellence, and this is what we want to see for the next awards, inshallah.
Well, this is most definitely what the award stands for, right? It's our mandate to recognize excellence in television around the world. One thing I believe that the people tend to not think about, obviously when you submit your show into a competition, any competition, you want to be nominated, you want to win, right? Yes. But I think that one thing that people forget is the journey of their program through the competitions. There are multiple rounds of the competition. We have 1,000 jurors around the world, right? TV professionals that might be interested in acquiring your program as a format or distributing it in their region. And there's a life of so many entries into the competition, even for the programs that have not made yet into a nomination or a win. Not that it might not come later on, but there's already a life of the program that's once you decide to submit it, that I think that people should not forget.
I agree. From personal experience, Nathaniel, hosting the semi-final round of judging in Abu Dhabi for like 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years. It's a long time.
Wow.
Two things very important. The number of jurors from our part of the world grew from 0 to over 200 with your blessings. So, and I would like to reiterate that it's such an excruciating process to get the approval of the Emmys on the jurors. So it's not like, oh, we recommend the juror and they say, yeah, bring him. No, we have to send the CV, we have to send clips of the work, we have to send clippings from the press, we have to really, and then they do their due diligence and research, their independent due diligence, and then they get back to us on who is approved and who's not.
Right.
So that's very important to know, because if people would think, why didn't you choose me, or why it's not our decision. We as hosts, we put forward the names and it's up to the Emmys to decide. That's number one. Number two, the number of the jurors from our part of the world that grew this much is a stamp of recognition that there are talents from our part of the world worthy of judging excellent TV worldwide. Which again is a very good milestone, I believe, that has grew through the last 10 years. Another thing is that you have rightly said, once you start watching the TV programs or different genres from different parts of the world, the acquisition manager in you starts kicking in. For me personally, I bought things from Global TV that I saw them during the competition that we judged, and they were absolutely amazing. And this, you get to know different genres, you get to know different television programs that you were unaware of. And once they win, they get recognized and they get purchased from different acquisition managers worldwide. So it's not just being, recognized for your excellence, it's a very good business deal as well.
Well, we hope so. But of course, I think the more the jurors from around the world keep seeing programs submitted from a production company, from a broadcaster, then they get to know them better, right? Our jurors again come from everywhere in the world, and the way our process works is that their jurors are going to watch programs coming from another part of the world, to avoid conflict. And you were talking about how strict we can be with the selection of jurors, but of course our prestige also comes from our integrity, right? So it's very important to know that if you actually get to this point of the competition, is that it's really due to your program. It's not about how many friends in the industry you have or anything else. It's really about the quality of your work. So I think that's extremely important, and it's also why producers from around the world really, care really for our award and why it means so much to them.
I agree. So when Minna Shalabi was recognized for her performance as an actress, it was a recognition that she's one of the most excellent actresses worldwide. It's a recognition.
Absolutely, yes.
But how do you judge the programs? I mean, if you can tell the viewers what is the judging process?
I can tell, absolutely. I can talk about the judging process. You would be more able to see what how people judge than I can, because obviously I'm not judging the programs, right? Just make sure that the judging is everything is in control, and the right people actually watch the programs. But you, as you've been a juror for many years, thank you so much for your support, and of course for hosting a jury. You know more than I do. What people might look for. But I think that it's what's interesting is that everybody is looking for something different, right? Our jurors really covers like so many type of profiles from the industry. Depending on what category they judge, of course, they're all very professionals that make this type of content, right? So they know what they're watching because they're making this type of content. But we have directors, producers, commissioning editors, we have writers, and so everybody is going to look at something a little bit different. And that's why I think it's rich in terms of judging, because at the end of the process, you have we recognize the program that really meets all of those criteria, right?
Yes.
But the process is in 3 rounds. The first round, every single program that has been submitted into the competition and is eligible, of course, is judged by professionals from around the world, and high-level executives or creatives. But it's very important to know that, because the Academy is not doing a pre-selection of what is going to be judged, right? As long as your program was on television and you decide to submit it, because it starts by submitting it, right? There's no question about that. If you want to have a chance to be recognized, then you have to enter your program. Many people around the world still sometimes think that the Academy would come to them and say, we want you to submit, but that's not how it works. We opened the competition. It was open early December, and the deadline is, in just a couple of weeks. So it's February 17th. But it's your decision to go on our website and to submit your program. And the process is honestly much simpler than producing a TV program, right? It's just, we make it very, very easy. So it's a simple form to enter. There is a fee, right? It's $500 to submit the program or a performer. And then it's really, we just make sure, we as the Academy just make sure that the program follows our rules. And if everything follows our rules, then the program is entered officially into the competition and is going to be judged by professionals from around the world. Then that's the first round. Then we have the second round, which is hosted by members of the Academy around the world, such as the event that you were hosting for so many years. And again, we're so grateful. But thanks to members of the Academy who are very active with us and decide to invite the Emmy to their country, and think that it's important, to invite jurors from the region and give them this opportunity to watch programs from another region. And I guess it's a window to the world, right? It's just the ability to watch things that you are not going to watch every day, you might not have access to. So discover new things, and then decide on which one of these programs is going to be a nominee. Which is obviously a very, very important part of our process. It's crucial. But this round selects the nominees, and then we have the final round where we have jurors. They don't meet, they don't know who else is on that panel, and they watch the 4. We usually have 4 nominees representing the best from around the world. And they vote for which one they would like to give the award to. So that's a very, very simple process.
Let me just give an example. I'm an actress, for instance, and I have just done a drama, because it has to be within the year, last year, right? It should be produced within 2021.
Yes, aired on television or on streaming platform, was available to the audience.
So it should be aired during last year,
Yes.
right? Okay. So if I'm an actress, but my producer doesn't want to submit to the Emmys, can I submit it for myself, for my role in the drama?
You can submit if you have the rights to the program. So considering that in part you own your own performance, but of course in different parts of the world it might be different. So you usually have to check with all the parties involved, right? The producer, the co-producer, the broadcaster, because you can only, of course, we can accept one entry once, right? So
yes,
if your performance is actually submitted by someone else at the same time, then basically, the duplicate is going to be withdrawn. So you have to make sure that you're, the only one to submit. But as long as you have the approval from everyone, then yes, of course, you should feel free to submit your own performance. That's fine.
Okay. Eva, this year is a very special year. We're celebrating 50 years of the Emmy.
Yes, 50 years young. We're 50 years young.
Yes.
It's a milestone that we're really proud of, and we're looking forward to another really exciting year. As you know, the competition has grown so much in terms of the countries that are nominated. We had a record 24 countries nominated last year. So it's going to be a big year. And so we encourage everybody even more to enter. Even if you've never entered, if you're just so proud you finished your first program, try it. It really is about, putting it in the calendar, December to February, the Emmys, the competition is open. Let's take the opportunity. Talk to people. If you're in the TV business and you really love a certain writer or showrunner, tell them to enter. We reach out to the world. Nathaniel's team really constantly grows the database and the contacts, and thanks to members like you. But it's don't think you can't try. You can try and you can enter. And the 50th, yes, 1972 was the first International Emmy Awards Gala in New York. And we're still in New York, and we're looking forward. Last year in November, we were lucky. We had guests in person from around the world. And Nashwa, we hope you have to come for the 50th in November. You should just book the plane right now, and
Yes. I promised. I mean, last year when I couldn't make it, I said, inshallah, is the year I'm coming for the award ceremony. It's a brilliant gala. It's the most watched in the TV industry. I mean, who wouldn't want to be part of it? It's brilliant. I wish you all the luck in the world. Inshallah, everything will be as perfect as ever.
Thank you.
Tell me, Nathaniel, I mean, for the past couple of years have been difficult for the whole industry. And there was a different shift in the production of television because of the pandemic. And, people in the industry tried their best to get around it. Even the genres, even the number of actors and actresses in a drama, everything shifted. We tried so hard to accommodate what we were going through, and very strict working environments to make sure that everyone, is safe and okay. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's extremely strict because people are trying. At the end of the day, it's an industry and it cannot die because of pandemic. Even the judging rounds were done remotely. How do you evaluate this experience for the past couple of years?
I think that we've been extremely lucky because we had wonderful support from our members around the world. It was not obvious, right? Because when this happened, it was the same shock for the entire world, right? And the response as to how to react was basically the same. I think everybody just went, or you were saying, like a shift, saying okay, this is happening, how do we do it, right? So we love having events in person for our members, from our guests, for nominees, and we still believe it's extremely important. But we wanted to replicate the experience using technology. And I have to say that one of our big luck as well was that technology was ready to accommodate, right? So there were many options for us to actually meet and still be able to have a group of people connect together and spend the day together. And that's what we did online, you know, through different apps and streaming, you know, third parties. We were able to at least, you know, replicate a little bit of that experience. And I think that we were pretty successful in that, because many you know, jurors said yes to the invitation. And it obviously thanks to our members around the world, and I guess their both their leadership and I guess their inspiration, because people wanted to be part of their event and say, you know what, I think that people wanted to show how much they care for the industry, and said, you know what, this is important. We want this to keep existing, and we want to show that we're part of it. So we'll do it. And so we had so many members and jurors who decided to connect and meet us online and spend the day with us watching the programs to make sure that, you know, the ones that they thought was the best program of the year was nominated and win an Emmy. So we were extremely lucky, really.
I have to admit, I met more people online this year than I've done in the past 10 years. And the rooms that you do, and the connecting rooms, and the master classes, etc. Such a joy, you know, when everything is just like a madhouse around you, and then you just look at your computer and you're hooking up with the members of the industry of extremely high caliber, and what they say and what when they share their experiences, it's quite elevating and refreshing. So I would like to thank you as a member for that, really. It was great.
Thank you so much, Nashwa. No, we're so grateful, and as you were saying, I think that the fact that we were doing more events online, or like all events online in 2020, also changed the way we're doing things, and that we are going to keep a few of these, you know, events, because we found, you know, we saw how important they were for members around the world. I mean, obviously we're based in New York, right? So you know, in the past, in the very close past, you know, if you wanted to do something with us, we usually have to travel to New York, unless you're hosting a jury in your country. But for many of our members, you know, they might not have been able to actually meet us everywhere. We have an event every time we had an event. So now that we started doing those events online, we have many members who are actually happy to connect whatever time it is for them, and be with us to celebrate television.
Yes.
So we are grateful.
So how do you see the participation this year? Can you give us a sneak peek? Do we have many participations this year?
Oh, the competition is still open, so it's very early to talk about numbers. And as you probably know, you know, people love to wait until the last minute.
I know.
You know, to be completely ready and sure, and press the, you know, the OK button. So well, we're going to get closer to the deadline, I have a better idea. But I think it's very important, and it's so great that we were able to have this conversation now, because people have, you know, another 16 days to submit their programs and get ready with their entry forms, because we really want to make sure that we see programs from the entire region. And, you know, most of our nominees in the past, or winners in this in the region, came from, you know, we had Lebanon, from Dubai, but we love to see programs coming also from, you know, the rest of the region. One program that won actually was from Jordan, and we want to see more of these programs come in. You know, it's not because one already won that it's done with the country, you know. So no, we want to see more of the programs coming from the region, and be able to celebrate them, you know.
Inshallah. Eva, what would you like to tell the Arab TV industry professionals watching us now?
Reach out to us, get engaged. We're always available. It's easy to enter, and your programming matters to us, and we want to make sure it's seen throughout the world. And don't hesitate to ask questions. Sometimes people say, well, I don't know if I'm good enough. Just, you know, connect. It's very easy. You go on our website, imes.tv. You can email the awards department. We'll always answer. We'll put you in our database, and just, you know, you have to plant the seed, and it's, you know, if you start entering and you create that habit that it's part of your strategy every year, and then you just keep at it, and then you'll, you know, and we wish you luck, and we look forward to seeing it.
What I'm going to do is that I'm going to put, you know, all the details that you just mentioned on all our social media portals, and I'm going to tag the Emmys portals as well, so that they can reach out to you directly if they have any specific questions. Nathaniel, if there are any questions that come to me after this session, I will surely share them
my way.
And we'll put them on social media as well, so everyone gets to know it.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Nashwa. And since we were talking also, I just, because we were talking also about membership, and also I just want to make sure it's not confusing to everyone who's watching us. You don't have to be a member to submit your show, right? You know, as long as you had a television program that was on TV or on a streaming platform in 2021, then your show should be eligible and you should feel free to submit it. You don't have to be a member of the Academy. Obviously, we're talking about members events, and they're amazing. And I think that, you know, you should you know, become a member and join the Academy, but you don't have to be a member to submit the show. I think it's important to specify this.
Yes, okay. So this just to confirm, I'm going to say this in Arabic. يعني مش لازم تكونوا أعضاء في الأكاديمية علشان تقدروا تقدموا في جوائز الأميز. لو حابين طبعا تكونوا أعضاء في الأكاديمية ممكن تقدموا، وده بيجي بترشيح من 2 من الأعضاء الموجودين في الأكاديمية. طبعا يسعدني إن أنا أرشحكم كلكم اللي حابب يشارك في الأكاديمية، بس يرسل لي على الخاص وإن شاء الله أتكلم معاه فيها. إنما الجزء الثاني اللي هو التقديم للمسابقة نفسها، فده مفتوح للجميع. المهم ان الماده اللي بتشاركوا فيها تكون طلعت على التلفزيون او على ستريمينج بورتال من اي نوع في سنه 2021. لازم تكون السنه اللي فاتت اتعرضت. وإن شاء الله يا رب حظ سعيد للجميع. وأي سؤال عندكم من أي نوع لو سمحتوا ارسلوا لي، وأنا اللي هقدر أجاوب عليه هجاوب عليه. إذا ما عنديش الإجابة طبعا هكلم ناثانيال وأيفا ونقدر نجيب لكم كل التفاصيل بإذن الله. وحظ سعيد للجميع، وأتمنى يكون في مشاركات كثيرة جدا من العالم العربي، لأننا نستحق وعندنا حاجات كتير ممكن نشارك فيها. والمستوى العالي الحمد لله اللي وصلت لي الدراما والوثائقيات إلى آخره تستحق المشاركة في جوائز الأمي. Nathaniel, thank you so much for coming again. Thank you, Eva, for being with us. And,
thank you, Nashwa.
I hope that by the 17th of Feb, I'll get a phone call saying you have so many participants this year from our part.
Yes.
Inshallah. Thank you so much. You take care. God bless. Enjoy Paris, Nathaniel, and enjoy New York, Eva.
Thank you so much.
Sunshine from Abu Dhabi.
You're very soon over there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless.
Bye-bye. Thank you.